Tokyo is both a modern, bustling capital city and an old place full of historical sites. Keep watching to learn about the best things to do in Tokyo, Japan. Sensoji Temple. Sensoji is the oldest and most visited temple in Japan's capital city. It dates back to 628 AD and has a renovated 5-story pagoda, the second tallest in the country. The upper floors of the Tourist Information Center give you a view from above. You'll also see the Asakusa Jinja Shrine within. It's the origin of the Sanja Matsuri Festival held in mid-May. 30 million visitors flock to the cauldron in the front to burn incense for health benefits. Go to its nearby streets to enjoy traditional food like sushi if you get hungry. Try activities like wearing kimonos or riding a rickshaw if the crowds get too overwhelming. Meiji Shrine. This shrine, said to host the spirits of Emperor Meiji, brings in over 1 million visitors. It's peaceful despite the crowds because of its lush greenery. Go to the inner garden to get the most peaceful experience. It's quiet and has iris fields that bloom around June. The surrounding forest is also beautiful. There's a traditional way to enjoy this shrine. Bow when entering the large archway, known as a torii, and take the time to cleanse at the fountain, known as a mizuna. Bow twice at the main shrine, clap your hands twice, make a wish, and bow again. Don't photograph the inside, eat, drink, or smoke unless you're in an area that allows it. Gotukuji Temple. This temple is thought to be the birthplace of the waving lucky cat, also known as the Maneki Neko, which sits outside most Japanese businesses. You can buy one to make a wish on and then return it to its place. The area around this temple is also worth exploring. It's a neighborhood full of cafes and restaurants. Imperial Palace. Japan is currently in the new imperial era called Reiwa, or Beautiful Harmony. Visiting its imperial palace is the best thing to do in Tokyo if you want to learn about the history of its monarchy. It's been home to historical figures such as Emperor Meiji. You'll have to register weeks in advance for one of the guided tours of the inner grounds that run twice a day. The area around the palace is free to roam however and whenever you want. That includes the East Gardens, Kokyo-Goyen National Garden, and Kitanumaru Park. The nearby National Museum of Modern Art also offers free entry on the first Saturday of every month. National Museum of Emerging Science and Innovation. This museum is also known as Miraikan. It honors and displays Tokyo's history and advancements in the fields of science and technology. Visit via the Yurikanomi line. It takes you across the Rainbow Bridge and provides a stunning view of Tokyo Bay. Once you arrive, you'll feel like you stepped out of a time machine. The Explore the Frontiers space exhibit is modeled after the International Space Station and autographed by real astronauts who spent time there. The Discover Your Earth has an LED paneled Earth. The Create Your Future exhibit houses the android Asimo with whom you can interact. There are also workshops for children, researcher talks, and a 3D home theater. It's a great thing to do with children who love science. Edo-Tokyo Museum and National Tokyo Museum. The Edo-Tokyo Museum features models of how the city has evolved through the centuries. They cover the Edo period, the Meiji Restoration, and the Industrial Revolution, as well as the country's involvement in the World Wars and the modern day. You can also view relics such as kimonos and woodblock prints. The museum is full of info, and the free tours are informative and available in multiple languages. The Tokyo National Museum provides the largest recorded history of Japan. It has over 116,000 artifacts, relics, pottery, art, and more. There are also pieces from throughout Asia, such as Buddhist scrolls dating back to 607 AD. All the artifacts offer descriptions with English translations. Harmonica Yokocho. Going down an alley may not sound like one of the best things to do in Tokyo or any city, but that's part of its charm. Yokocho alleys are full of small restaurants and bars. Certain ones have been around for decades, while others are more modern. There are even Michelin-style restaurants. Harmonica Yokocho is one of the best and gets its name from its harmonica shape. Eat at Ramen Katsumoto and get a drink at Shushukoduo Toronamo, the first gin locally sourced in Tokyo. Sakurai Tea. This small spot is keeping sado, the Japanese way of tea, alive. Its founder, Shinya Sakurai, studied for 14 years to master it and bring it to the modern day. The leaves are roasted every day in-house. The shop offers 30 varieties of green tea. Their specialty is gyokuro. There are also sweets and infused liquor, gin, rum, and beer. Your choice gets infused behind a wooden counter as a continuous stream of water comes from a copper tap. Shibuya Crossing. Shibuya Crossing is the Times Square of Japan, with video screens flashing advertisements everywhere. 500,000 salarymen and tourists go by it every day. Go to the Shibuya Scramble Tower above Shibuya Station for the best views. You can also check out the Shibuya Sky Rooftop Observatory to see the city from 230 meters above. Shinjuku Goyen National Garden. If Shibuya Crossing is Japan's Times Square, this is its Central Park. The 144 acres of greenery combine Japanese, French, and English landscapes. It was a modest imperial garden until it was expanded after World War II and is one of the best places to enjoy cherry blossom and autumn leaf season. Don't miss landmarks like the Taiwan Pavilion over the pond. There are also amenities like restrooms, greenhouses, and tea houses. Yayoi Kusama Museum. This white 5-story building was built in October of 2017. It features the avant-garde works of Yayoi Kusama, also known as the Queen of Polka Dot. They range from her Infinity Room series to polka dot paintings and sculptures and her famous pumpkin. The museum is new and changes exhibitions twice a year. Sumo. 3 of 6 Grand Sumo tournaments happen in Tokyo. They're all at Ryogoku Koigikan, a stadium that houses over 11,000 fans. Tamari seats surrounding the ring are almost impossible to get. Box seats in the next row are an easier find, but cost up to $280. If you can't get one of those, you'll have to settle for a stadium seat on the second floor. The tournaments only last 2 weeks each, so the stadium hosts other events like boxing from time to time. You can enter the nearby museum for free on non-match days. The Gotukuji Temple is another place to watch a match in May and September. You can even eat like a sumo wrestler with a meal of chanko nabe stew. Tomoegata is one of the best places to get it, and you may even see them train while you eat. Nakano Broadway. Visiting this haven is one of the best things to do in Tokyo for proud nerds. It was built as a shopping and housing center in the 60s before becoming a center for manga and anime models in the 90s. It now offers rare comics, figurines, dolls, and anything else you could want. There are 300 outlets on its 5 floors. Tokyo Tower. This 1,092-foot-high answer to the Eiffel Tower is the most famous landmark in Tokyo. It's a radio and TV broadcasting structure with 62 miles of frequencies. There are also 2 observation decks, with the main one at 490 feet and the special one at 819 feet. They offer 360-degree views and guides walking around to help you find your way. Now it's time to hear from you. Have you ever been to Tokyo? If not, do you think you'll ever get there? Let us know in the comments section below.